Now, this is a card that I imagine is going to be very, very popular. I could be absolutely wrong with that, but Thiago Silva has got a massive pace upgrade and has got a Centurions SBC. It's going to cost you an 86 and 84 rated squad. No team of the week's needed. And there's one big thing about this card that I imagine a lot of you already know about. He has got Anticipate Plus. That made his gold card right at the start of the game actually okay to use. He is 6 foot, medium high work rates, and mostly lengthy. You can already see the chem style we have applied to him. As we go to his play styles, Anticipate Plus is the best play style on the game. Full stop, end of story. Block is really good to have as well, actually. Block and Anticipate with Jockey are the best three you can have. He's also got Power Header and he's got Aerial, which is really good because he is only 6 foot tall. As we go into the in-games, Pace Split is a bit dodgy. Now, some of you might be thinking, should really be going for an anchor on this card. Of course, his strength and aggression is quite low, but because he's got a bad pace split, I thought that was more important to boost the pace up as much as possible. Plus 8 there, up to 88 pace. His passing's really good. His dribbling stats are incredible. Great reactions and composure, with insane defensive stats and okay physicals. 84 jumping is good, mixed with aerial and power header. Now, why would you go and complete Blanc when there's a card like this that exists, okay? Let's go into a few games with him. He's going to be playing at right centre-back and see how good he is. If you need cheap, fast and reliable FC24 coins, make sure to go to MMOEXP.com and use my code VIPER to get 5% off your order. Okay then, guys, first game now coming up with Thiago Silva. This guy's got Lewis Dunk. Well, he's actually got a cool team, to be fair to him. He's obviously a Liverpool fan with Gravenberch and Darwin Nunez in there, who should have like 20 shooting, to be honest. But yeah, we're just going to test out Thiago Silva today. You know, we're not going to necessarily play into, you know, just defending all the time. But first of all, oh, he's been done there. Good save to Stegen. First of all, it's going to be interesting to test out his jockeying because, of course, he doesn't have. Oh, actually, that's tough. Oh, do you know what? He nearly beat Virgil in the air there. Of course, he didn't, but he got quite close to beating him in the air there. Nice from Llorente. Can we get that little ball over the top? No. This is a really interesting SBC, right? Because we've got the likes of Vidic already, Blanc, who's a really good one as well. Oh, Thiago Silva so far was a little bit on his toes, But the thing that you are getting from Thiago Silva is good passing as well, which I think is quite valuable at centre-back this year. You know, we've got two players here that both have Anticipate Plus in Mappy Leon and Silva, which is going to be very, very interesting to use. That's nice from me more so there than Thiago Silva. More, you know, controlled defending there from myself. And yeah, if this guy comes on to us a little bit, so be it. You know, we want to test out this card. Yeah. That is exactly what I'm on about, guys. Like, if he didn't have Anticipate Plus there, you're just not winning that ball back there. Straight up, you're just not. You are just not winning that, please. Yeah, because he's got power header as well and aerial, it's going to end up being very, very good in terms of, you know, the kind of equaliser between the fact he's only 6 foot tall, right? So that's going to be quite interesting to kind of get used to on him. This guy is all over me, which is good for testing out Silva, of course, but I cannot get a foothold in this game in the slightest. It's mental. Oh, Silva. Oh, Leon. Oh, dear. Wow, I'm getting so lucky. I thought I was going to connect with that tackle there with Silva, but unfortunate that we didn't. That's an awful cross from him. Well, we haven't conceded. We got quite lucky not to concede right there. If it wasn't Gravenberch and it was Darwin or Diaby or McManaman, maybe we probably would have conceded there. But we are still in this game. And we are going to go forward and we are going to attack. And we're going to do this all live in this game. That's lovely. Oh, Sonny. Oh, what a save from Donnarumma. Go backwards, Valverde. It's a dangerous pass, that. So was that. Okay. This guy seems to like breaking. And that's it. Silva's marking him all the way there. Yeah, made him... Well, we forced him into making that pass there, which was quite nice. Oof, early doors here. Now, the thing that I do like about him, even though I'm not, like, super impressed so far... Wow. That's the way he scores. That's crazy. Is he does feel quite nice on the jockeying. He takes a second to get going. Of course, that's the issue with him having a lot more sprint speed than acceleration. This is a mental game of FIFA here, by the way. I've never been dominated like this before in my life. To only be 1-0 down. To only be 1-0 down is quite nice in this game. Now, we haven't got the best centre-back pairing in the world with Mappy Leon, who is really, really small, actually, too. Sorry. Okay. All right. Let's go to some highlights. All right, guys. We focused up a little bit. We're back into the game now, and now we can go back live. Thiago Silva is very, very interesting early doors here. His body type really doesn't allow him to make strong tackles or, like, physical tackles, which I'm not the biggest fan of in the world, if I'm being completely honest. But if you're quite aggressive with your defenders, I think you will quite like him. And I'm actually quite aggressive with my defenders, so he's my kind of player. And of course, his links are brilliant as well, being Brazilian. Yeah, we've matched a good player here, so it's going to be a really good test for Silva as we dominate the game and kind of try and push up the pitch aggressively. I don't know what that second-man press was there. It's only Kyle Walker. I don't need to worry about that. He is actually like a good option, right, compared to Virgil, because he's not the same as Virgil by any stretch. I would still argue Virgil's a lot better. But what you are getting is somebody that's a bit more mobile on the ball, can do a bit more on the ball, and still has the ability in the air, even though he's quite short, because he's got, you know, aerial and power header, which is a really good combination to have. Even on forwards, it's really good to have. Go on, Llorente. Come on. Graham Hansen. Oh, yeah. Let me in then. Oh, what a save. What a save. Who we got taking our corners? Where is Silva here? I think I see him. Oh, never mind. It's gone straight past him. Okay. Okay. Just, yeah. I see you, Thiago. But he's moved away from it again. Jesus Christ. How have I not scored there? Okay, we're at half-time. We're at half-time. This is a very, very, very sweaty game, this one. And Silva has been a bit hit and miss, right? We are playing him at right centre-back, of course. The stamina's okay on him, which is good. 78 stamina still there is decent for a centre-half. And it doesn't really matter on centre-backs anyway, stamina, but it is nice to see it still good. I do like the fact that you can pass with him, though, because, you know, passing on this game is very, very difficult to get right. So if you have bad defenders who aren't good at passing, you're in a lot of trouble. Of course, I've got Mappé Leon in this team. She's in there because, of course, she's got Anticipate Plus, and she's actually got really, really decent passing. So that's kind of the reason they're both in there. Easy. Easy does it. Ooh. You don't want to be doing, like, standing tackles with the Anticipate Plus players either. You just kind of want to run into the ball, if that makes sense. None of this stand tackling from the front or anything like that. Just literally just jockey into the player. Is the best way I can really describe how to use the Anticipate players. And of course, you've got to be so careful with how much you push you push the defensive line. Thiago Silva's strength is an issue. Yeah, his strength is an issue compared to Blanc. You know, but Blanc's got incredible strength. He's got an incredible body type. So far, I'm taking Blanc every day of the week. Because of Thiago Silva's strength. Other than that, Thiago Silva's actually quite good. You know, he moves nicely. Hold on. There we go. In there. Oh, what a tackle. Man, this guy is a little sweat lord, just like myself. Go on. In you go. We've got the ball. Yeah, this is a goal. Certified. Thank you very much. There we go. 3-2. Just like that. And now we can kind of feel out this Thiago Silva a little bit more. A lot of people think that I defend ridiculously. Wow. That's incredible. Because I'm very, 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 very aggressive, right? So that is the way I defend. Even with my centre-backs, I'm really, really aggressive with them. Make sure that if you don't play like this, you're just kind of sitting a bit deeper with Thiago Silva. Yeah. And you allow the kind of, as I said to you earlier, is the jockeying is what you really want. And then just to kind of run into them. Don't even tackle. Just kind of move and move and move. And then when you see the opportunity, push up. It's the only real way I can describe using Anticipate players, especially Anticipate Plus players, because they are levels on this game. And they are so broken. Let's test the jockey in there. Oh my God. Thiago Silva suffers massively with strength, guys. humongously suffers with strength. That is the kind of equaliser to this card. You know, he's got anticipate. He's not as good as Blanc, because of his physicals. You know, that's the problem with this card. Yeah, nice, Silva. He really doesn't feel bad though, like, because his passing's good, because his jockeying's really good, even though he doesn't have the jockey play style, he feels really solid, other than his physicals, is what I would say. Oh, he moves so weird though as well sometimes on the jockeying. It's kind of like done an animation there when I'm trying to jockey across with Thiago Silva that I didn't ask for. Anyway, let's go to some more highlights. Silva, you've got to wake up to that, man. Oh, man, I tell you what, guys, he feels really slow on the turn. Not in terms of his jockeying, but more like his pace just feels awful on the turn. Go on then, Silva. Oh, he's got a score. Anticipate. Oh, my God. Yes, Silva. What? Please, Silva. Oh, my God, guys. He is really slow. Come on, Silva, please. Oh, man. I do not trust him pace-wise at all. Oh, man. He's a proper AI defender. You cannot control him at all. That's tough, man. Please, Silva. Oh, guys. Ooh, I'm not sure. He is a liability. You're going to have seen that clip just before where some of you might argue that I've made the mistake there. But if that's Virgil, he's so tall that he's kind of recovering. Silva's turn of pace when you're jockeying is scary. His jockeying isn't bad. It's more about the pace when it's time to spin, where he really struggles. He feels absolutely so slow. That's more like... I was going to say that's more like it, Thiago Silva, but we're in a lot of trouble now based off that tackle. We defended it well in the end. Jesus Christ, man. Silva's disappointed me massively, guys. I can't lie. It's a nice tackle from him. I thought he felt quite nice, but obviously not. Oh, my days, man. I really don't trust him. That's really sad. He's so slow there, guys. He is so slow. All right, guys, you're going to see a lot of gameplay on Thiago Silva today, and this is a difficult one to review because when you look at him, he looks incredible. He's got good pace. He's got really good passing, which is very good in game. His dribbling is good defensively with good reactions to composure, but really good reactions to composure. Defensively looks incredibly solid with great interceptions, defensive awareness, and stand tackle, which is good as well, may I add. He's very good in the air. His strength is an issue, and so is his aggression. Now, this card resembles to me very similar to Maldini, but of course Thiago Silva's got a 10 times better playstyle plus than Maldini. The issue with this Thiago Silva is his strength mixed with his pace. We've got a shadow on him, and he felt incredibly slow still. Incredibly slow. And because it doesn't really matter when you've got your kind of low block set up, but when you're an aggressive player and you're using the 71 depth, for example, he gets absolutely destroyed on the spin or the turn. And it's not because his jockeying's bad. It's because as soon as you turn with him, his pace feels genuinely like he's got 44, like his gold card. And it kind of destroys a very decent card outside of that. His tackling's quite strong. His pass out the back is incredible, and I really like that about him. But for some reason, he just spins so slowly, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Because he's only 6 foot. Because he's got okay agility and balance for a centre-back. But man, if you are an aggressive defender, you will hate him. I promise you. Mappé Leon's really good at kind of spinning. It's because she's small, and she's got really good agility and balance. I thought Thiago Silva would be okay with it because of his frame and all of that stuff. You know, I talked about his physicals and his strength not being too good. That is a mix of the strength only being 85 and a mix of his body type in game. He is only going to be good for people that sit in low blocks and AI defend. You can't really control him as a centre-back and be aggressive with him because he will just get absolutely destroyed when it's time to turn around. So he really does turn like a bus. In terms of not his agility and balance turning, it's more about he can turn quickly, but once it's time to hold R2 and sprint, absolutely nowhere to be seen, guys. So be careful with this card. I think outside of that, he's best suited to like a back 3 or a back 5, where he has a bit more cover each side of him, playing as a middle centre-back, and really utilising that way. But you can't control him, and I'm taking Blanc, I'm taking Mape Leon, and I'm taking Virgil van Dijk over him. I'm going to rate the value of this SBC, probably like a 6 out of 10, maybe a 7. Quality of the card, I'm going to go for like a 6.5 out of 10 as well, guys. Let me know what you think of this SBC down below. If you have enjoyed, leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell, some player review. But guys, it's going to be it from me for now, so take care.